I'm the one who screwed it up. Hi, everybody. Happy Sunday. Oh, I didn't screw it up for once.
Look at that.
I just want to acknowledge all the people. Thank you for the regulars who comment with the fans before we even get the live starting. When you guys comment before the live even starts, it helps me know that, like, okay, people are here. People are here. Because sometimes I do wonder, like, am I talking to no one but Kendrick? Which I don't mind, obviously.
I'm okay. I'm a good person.
Yeah, you're all right, I guess. Okay, today we're discussing Orange County and Gilded Age. And what's so sad about the Gilded Age is that we're not going to get another season for a while.
You know what, though? It will be a while, but it'll be normal a while because the Gilded Age actually doesn't take that. Like, House of Dragon, they leave. You don't know if they're ever coming back. It's like, okay, right? Euphoria, like we a lot of these HBO shows we don't know. But in terms of HBO, they do okay in terms of coming back. It's like, okay, it's 2026. Okay, you're coming back. That's good. Okay, so a year. They normally take like a year to come back. Like, it's not huge leaps of time between them. Usually.
You know what? I think I was confusing another. I could have swore there was a big, like a question mark on whether they were coming back because there was such a big gap. But I might be confusing another show. I might be confusing it because I had the privilege of binging the first 2 seasons and I didn't have to wait week to week. So this is new to me. This is new to me to like not have. I'm like, where are they going? I missed that.
First season was January 2022. Second season was October 2023. Third season, wait, are they talking about renewed? Yeah, third season was whenever the hell it was, recently. So 2025. Okay. Yeah, so not the huge, like a year and a half at most. So not terrible.
Still. But like you said, House of Dragon. When House of Dragon ends, I'm like, I'll see you guys 3 years and I don't know.
Right, maybe, I don't know.
Like that's one of those shows that takes so much production that it's like it's gonna just take forever to finally get through it,
right?
To actually like,
oh my god, I love the amount of people too. I want to shout out, like, is it Johnny Tsunami in the comments saying I started watching Gilded Age because of you too, and I get those comments all the time, like in Spotify and like all over the place. So I love when people start watching something because we talk about it. I love that.
Oh, thank you, Melissa. I also just saw we got a little extra love. Thank you very, very much. We have some first timers too. I need to acknowledge this chat more. Hello, everybody. I
try to do it because you have things to focus on. You lead the way, and I just try to go over here and I appreciate that.
But but just know that I really do appreciate. Like, it's like I'm looking at my screen, like you guys are right here. I'm like you right here, you guys. But I just want to say thank you for that.
Because I usually keep my comments open, but Emily, so she can focus on the stories, usually has the chat like not open until I call something out. Then she's like, oh, let me go like see what's going on. So it works for us. Also, I'm drinking a cherry Pepsi Zero today, just so y'all know. Ooh. Normally I'm a Coke person, but not cocaine. But I'm a Coke person normally. Y'all know me. But I do like a good Pepsi Zero, I will admit. That's the one good thing they do right, I will say.
Pepsi Zero. I can't even isn't Vegas a Pepsi town? I feel like when I was in Vegas for BravoCon, I feel like it was Pepsi everywhere, and I was like, I really don't understand me.
You know what? Airports sometimes, I feel like every airport I go to is really hard to find Coke products. I don't know why, but they do a lot of Pepsi.
Yes.
I'm like, oh, I hate
what is that? You're right. Yes. What is that about them? You're right. The airport's always Pepsi.
I don't know. Like,
that's
I feel like
great point.
You can't have a deal with like all the airports, can you? Like, I feel like that's weird. Like, that's a hard deal to obtain, but maybe. But you do find them after, like, like maybe it's like a Hudson News, and you're like, okay, here's a Coca-Cola. Okay, finally, you got to walk a distance.
No, it's true. When you do find one, you're like, yes, Diet Coke. I'm getting 3.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, 100%. We were asked by someone if we were going to cover the SLC trailer. I mean, we can. I just don't. I watched it. It looks good. I don't really know like what to totally get into on it, other than it looks like some good drama. We're gonna have some people feuding. I predicted that Angie and Mary would fall out. I knew it.
I'm glad it doesn't last long. It seems like with them, because I probably the way Angie's reacting, Mary's probably mad about something like Angie not defending her. But they usually like after an episode they'll be okay because like they've been doing red carpet and stuff together. And Angie
have they?
put her
That's what I
into,
was going to ask. I couldn't see if like currently they're good.
You know what I thought? I will say, since we're talking about this trailer, I was predicting, I was like, ooh, my bold prediction will be that Whitney gets dropped to a friend of and Brittany gets bumped up, because I haven't seen her at any of like the things. Like, it's been Brittany like with the cast, and it's been Whitney nowhere to be found. People have been saying like, oh, she's on vacation somewhere. I'm like, but she's able to miss this much press. Like, I've seen her at like literally nothing, and Brittany's been there every time. So I was like, when they showed that what was it, that sneak peek or whatever, where like the 7 flowers rise up from the ground, I thought, because people were like, oh, Brittany's still not full-time. I was like, well, wait a minute, that's not necessarily what that means. Maybe she is, but someone else got bumped down. Like, I don't know what that means, but Brittany, you're still a friend of. Hang on, girl.
But see, Brittany's too, this is going to sound shitty, but she's too like poor for me to, I don't want her as a full-time housewife. I don't like that. Like, that's for a different show. Like, she can go do like that's like the Housewives. You need to be like a staff, or at least better at faking it. But she's like such the underdog, and she's like such a mess. And I'm like, I don't want to feel bad for housewives like that.
The poor housewives in Salt Lake City usually work a little harder though, because sometimes people, but that cast as a whole, I feel like works. So I think you're right. We don't necessarily need someone that puts in overtime, because I think as a collective, they tend to work. Like, they always show up to work. Maybe it's because they're newer though.
Totally.
Season six is always pivotal. Exactly. It's always pivotal for Housewives. This is season 6. We'll see if they're still delivering, if they still understand the assignment that normally tells us, okay, they'll keep going up or they'll go whatever route they're going. So we'll see.
That's a good point. See. We see Bronwyn's mom, who like jump scare. I was like, that woman is terrifying. She was like when Bron was like, yeah, you didn't talk to me about sex and I had a baby by myself. And she goes, yeah, can you imagine how hard it was for me to keep that covered up? I mean,
God, I always forget sometimes, because they're so ridiculous. You're a ridiculous show. It's kind of similar to Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Like, when you're so ridiculous sometimes that I almost forget that like Mormonism is like the undertone there that's always there. But I forget sometimes, because the characters we're like seeing on screen are so ridiculous that it overshadows like the I don't want to say grossness of the community, but the very antiquated viewpoints. Is that a good way to say that?
That was a gorgeous way to say that. I was like, what words are you going to come up with? You said antiquated.
There we go. Someone went to college,
Excuse me. I loved that. That was fantastic. But no, you're completely right. It's like there is that through line that we often can look past, because they're all just, so different and stuff. But we don't get a lot of Heather in that trailer.
Which is because normally we can count on, I'm probably gonna offend some people. We can usually count on Heather kind of being a loser most of the time. So I was looking for moments of like, where's Heather being a loser? Like, that's kind of a through line for Salt Lake City. Like, whether Jen Shaw is there or not, you can always kind of count on those moments where you're like, oh, Heather. Oh, like, oh no, sweetie, let's go a different route.
It was very Lisa centered trailer, which I'm here for, because Lisa is like just a ridiculous human being.
Her and Angie kind of like, I feel like their feud is probably going to be like center stage this season.
Which I like. The thing about Angie and Lisa feuding, I just like Angie. She's I don't understand like what she doesn't like about Lisa. I thought they were friends. So sometimes with Angie, I'm like, I don't 100% get it, but she like, anyway, it doesn't matter. They're going to be interesting to watch. Maybe, I'm sure. Feud, but Lisa and John Barlow, that was the part I was surprised that we were going to get any of. I would not have anticipated. I don't know if I can handle that. Like, they're, Lisa's so ridiculous, but like, I somehow did believe that like her and John were like unshakable for some reason.
They always
so stupid of me, but like,
no, they always felt like the way Heavenly is always like, now I'll let y'all play with me about a lot of things on this show. My marriage, never. Like, y'all can come for me about a lot of things. Don't bring Damon into this. And Lisa and John have always kind of felt like that too. She's always felt like, not, I don't know if you can be overly protective of your spouse, but like kind of like, this is sanctity to me, and let's not go over here. And that's what it's always kind of felt like. But I guess not. Which I appreciate, because I'm like, okay, if y'all going through some shit, let's see what you're going through. I like that.
And if you're gonna like talk about it on the show, I'm down for that. I also, just as a side note, I think Lisa Barlow does the what?
That was my pen. I was being executive. Had to write some stuff. There we go.
Lisa Barlow does the best commercials. I don't fucking care. I will say it. Everyone does commercials now, because like Bravo has been doing that thing where they hook up their own celebrities with the brands. And she did one with Gia and Brooks. Gia and Brooks were terrible. Like so
I can imagine that.
So bad. But Lisa was hilarious. It was like she was like a camp counselor, like wildernessy person. And her last line at the end, she's like, Henry wants a bite of your soda, or whatever she says. And like, she's so like, she commits, but she knows it's ridiculous. Like she is very few people can do a commercial. You know who actually could not do a commercial was Phaedra's commercial with the Cheez-Its.
That was kind of that. And then we saw it so much. It was kind of like each time you saw it, you were like, does this work?
I was like, what was I feel like I can't figure out whose fault it was. Like, it was the fault of like the director, because like, I don't know if like they put it together wrong or something, but like, like you said, it played so damn much that I was like, I had to mute it. I'm like, I can't hear it again.
Yeah, I think I don't know if we can blame the director in that case. That might have been Phaedra like sticking to her shtick too much. Like we love the Phaedra shtick. It works on reality TV, but like when you see it in other settings, it's like, oh, I don't know if this was
does not translate. Does not translate.
Nope. It's great on Traders, great on Housewives. Cheez-Its commercial. I don't know. Let's find Cordell. Let's let him do these.
It was not good. Yeah. But you know, Lisa also had the Kerastase. She did a Kerastase partnership, and she's just like in various places around Utah, and she's just like, I don't know, she's ridiculous, and then that's good.
I actually hope, because see, here's the thing: Salt Lake City is so, at least in my mind, is so unserious that I'm one of the people that watch it, and like when I get online, sometimes I can't understand like why people are like taking it so seriously. I'm like, ooh, y'all take this show like to me, like I'll never truly like, I almost can't, unless you're Jen Shaw, but like unless you're like Jen Shaw, I can't truly like just like hate anyone, because I'm like, all of y'all are so silly. I'm like, this is so silly that like I just have a good time like watching all of you interact. Like I don't expect to like everyone, I don't expect to hate everyone. You all just like mesh together so well that like it's so silly to me. And so like I actually hope that one of the storylines this season is Lisa and Brittany beefing about the Kerastase whole like thing, when she was the one that was like the brunt. Like I hope that becomes a thing, because I'm like, ooh, that actually will be amazing. I would love to see that. And then Angie like, getting in there too, because she's the actual hairstylist.
Brittany would never turn on Lisa.
Probably not.
No. Brittany's like attached to Lisa for dear life. Because Lisa's like such a cool factor. That moment too from last season was actually hilarious. It kind of reminds me of the moment in this trailer where Lisa and Angie are fighting, and Angie's like, have them pull your hair back further than they already did with your facelift, and Lisa has to stop and be like, no, I don't have a facelift, I just got like threading on the side or whatever. It reminds me of when the fight was happening with Brittany and with Angie, and then Lisa stops to be like, but you do need Kerastase Thermique.
It was like she chose to like, she's like, I want to be a supportive friend, and be like, no, you're great. But then it's like, actually, me being supportive, I should tell her, like, let's figure some shit out on the side. Like, we'll get you together, girl.
Lisa Barlow sold that to me. Like, I used Lisa's code and was like, I'm gonna get it. And like, I have like all Kerastase Thermique lines now. Like, literally, it's amazing.
It literally worked for me, because like I'm not gonna use it for anything, but I was so curious. I was like, what is this? I've never heard of this, like whatever this brand is. Like, I'm sure fancy people use it, but like I've never heard of it. What is it? So, and you know, I'm all about, now if it was skincare, I would have heard of it. Okay, you know us in our skincare. We go look up those things. But I didn't know what this was. I'm like, I'm not a hair person, clearly. So I'm like, let me go and look up what the hell this is. And so I was on Amazon going through all the products. I'm like, ooh, there's Thermate. Okay, there's this one for split ends. Wow. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh
okay.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's definitely changed my hair for sure.
Yeah.
But
very excited for them. Very excited for them.
Very excited for them. Also, Mary, I'm happy that we're gonna get like. I did not think Robert Jr. was going to like stay sober because it's that's a hard road.
That's a journey. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not usually one and done, you know? And as great as it was to see him like recover, I guess, but I'm not surprised that he's still struggling. It's just such a part of it.
Yeah. And I'm glad they're be open about it because because okay, this is gonna sound assholish, but there's sometimes on reality TV where someone's like, I wanted to put it out there because I know how many people it can help, and you like, girl, who the fuck is that gonna help? Like, I'm sorry, you like, who is that gonna help? Like, okay, like you want to help people, okay, I got it. This is something that can actually help people, so I'm like, I like it when we give stuff that can actually, like, you sharing your story actually benefits people, like that. That's good to me. But sometimes people like, I just had to like show them this part of my hair was shaved, but this one was long, and it was really hard for me. I want to share that with people. Like, I know it's gonna help someone. It's like, it's not though. It's not. It's really not.
It's
like,
so niche. It's so
that. Exactly
to you that like
it's like no, what? You know what it's like? It's like this. Are you keeping up with this damn TikTok story of Kendra and this psychiatrist and therapist? And
I'm not keeping up with it. I just know that there's like she fell in love with her psychiatrist and like it's a whole thing.
It's like that, and people like like everyone is like, girl, leave this damn man alone. Like, what are you doing? She keeps coming on, first of all, yelling at us, and I'm like, what you invited me here? What are you yelling at me for? But she keeps coming on yelling at us, and then she's like, and the reason I keep going is if it's not monetary. She's like, the reason I keep going is because people are reaching out to me saying that this is truly helping them, and they needed to hear this, and they needed the validation. I'm like, now you need to quit this shit. I want you arrested now, right now.
People are not reaching out, and if anyone is reaching out to her saying that they needed to hear this, then that's bad.
Very bad.
Because you're putting more psychiatrists in danger.
Yeah, like let's not do this. Let's not do this. Yeah, let's go.
Anyway, okay, let's move on because I want us to do Orange County, and then we're going to end with Gilded Age, and I don't want us to run too long. Okay. In Orange County, the groups were supposed to be Shannon, Tamra, Emily, Katie, and Gina, Jen, Gretchen, Heather. But Shannon literally says she is not going if Katie's going. So Katie has to go to the other group. Now, Shannon, I don't understand. The energy Shannon has for Katie is confusing.
Very, very confusing.
Like, okay, I get it. It was bad. I get it. It was bad for sure. But I also like don't get it anymore. I don't understand what's happening.
Because now it's going to a place of like, whoa, these are extreme reactions, and like, you help me get there because I don't think 9 times out of 10 I'm never going to understand why we landed here. Like, why are we here? What's wrong?
Yeah, it's very confusing. And okay, maybe this is like a hot take, or no, it's probably not a hot take because no one likes Tamra. I know. I know that Tamra was, I know she was just in New Orleans with Teddy, but she's kind of being extra about how she's so triggered being there. Because I was just here with Teddy. I'm like, I know, but like it's a stretch.
Yeah. It's
you know what I mean?
I don't want to take away, like, that's been something I've been so like careful. Back and forth and back. I'm like, I get it, Tamra, but it's also like, are you co-opting what she's going through a little bit? Like, is that what's happening right here? Because it's already, had it been anyone else on the cast, we probably all would have been like, oh, that probably is really hard for you. But because we like Tamra started off the season with like I'm in therapy journey and all this kind of stuff to like quote unquote repair how she ended last season, it's all kind of like, oh boy, I think we're landing on a little thick here. I don't know.
Yeah. Like I was just here with Teddy and I'm like, yeah, but it's not like she's from here. And it's this super significant connection to Teddy. It's just like you were on vacation here. It's, I don't like, I again.
Yeah, it's hard
much. Okay. Emily tells Shannon about the whole like, don't roll on me thing that she allegedly said to Jen. And I'm Shannon, who probably absolutely did say some version of don't roll on me. Tells Tamra that she's still hurt by last season. And Tamra says that because of her behavior, she's not drinking. 1 drink max. You will never see me wasted again. Okay. This conversation does not age well.
Nope. Nope. Not like, the slightest.
The editors were like, oh, perfect. We're going to use this in this episode for sure. Because then by the end of the episode, we're going to put that all in the same episode. It'll be perfect because he's already drunk at the next event.
Already drunk. Oh, Tamra.
It is wild of Tamra to say to Shannon, do you think you can just let that go? We have a 10-year friendship. Talking about last season. I'm like, oh, Tamra, it's a little, it was a lot. Last year. It was a lot.
No, this is instead of that question, maybe like, do you think at some point we will be able to regain our friendship? Or maybe this isn't a good effort. Maybe me being around is triggering you, something like that. I don't want you to react to me the way you do Katie. You know, these kind of things. Like maybe that's the way to approach it. But saying like, can you let it the fuck go? Maybe not.
Maybe. And like Tamra is just expecting Shannon to like pick up and be on her side because of the Katie thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Enemy of my enemy.
Enemy of, yeah, exactly. And I don't necessarily, like, Katie doesn't do herself many favors, obviously, but it's not, anyway, we're going to keep going. The other group does some little shopping and Jen asks about the photo, the fat photo. She's spiraling about it. And I feel so bad for her actually, because like I would too. I'd be like, what photo? Like what's out there? Like, oh my God, I can only imagine. Okay. Like, what is it? Truly. But not Heather denying that Tamra used the phrase single white female, only for them to flash back to Tamra absolutely saying that in that scene. I love when they do that. Like, no, not to me. Flashback. I'm like, oh, the only reason they ever go to a flashback is to show that they're wrong.
I feel like we as like viewers, audience members have been watching so long that like now we get the tricks that housewives do. And so like someone saying, I don't remember her saying that. It's basically saying like, no, you remember, you just don't want to be more involved than you already are. So it was definitely one of those situations like, well, Heather, you knew what that girl said. You knew what she said. You absolutely did. You were you might not have cackled all the way, but you were like, okay, yeah, that is or as they keep saying, there was a former fatty photo, FFF. So
former fatty photo. But then Jen kind of like says what I think FFP. A lot of people.
I hate how hard that rolled off my tongue way too easily, and I really hate that. Oh boy. Oh, no.
And I didn't even clock it.
Oh no.
I was like, yep, moving on.
Yep.
Sounded right. Stupid. But Jen says what I feel like probably a lot of people were thinking, which is whatever the picture is, I guarantee you it was at a time in my life I was raising my family, not focused on myself, focused on what I wore. Like, duh. Like, why are you fat shaming her, Tamra? What is the point of this? This is I still don't understand it. It's like it's such an odd. Her take on this is just mean. Tamra's this is mean. I'm like, what is wrong with you? God, drop it.
She's in incredible shape now. So, like, what are we talking about?
And like, just because she wanted to look like you, how are you putting yourself on that high of a pedestal in her life that like she changed everything about herself just to be you?
Oof.
Girl, that's a little crazy.
Yeah.
The voodoo queen, Bloody Mary. I actually was a little bit uncomfortable. I was like, I don't know if I would do this just because I do believe, I don't know. It freaked me out too. But then when I would not want to have gone with the women that left, like Tamra, Shannon, and Gretchen leave. And I'm like, I would have stayed if that was the only people that were leaving. And I'm like, all right, never mind. We're going to do in the voodoo dolls because I'm not going to go with you weirdos. I swear.
Yeah. Voodoo. And Gretchen,
Voodoo Gretchen.
I don't know.
But I swear to God, Emily is baiting Jen when she declares that Shannon and Tamra like fully made up earlier. She's like, yeah, earlier today, Shannon and Tamra totally made up. And I swear she's like looking at Jen like, what do you feel about that?
Yep.
What do you feel about that? I just need to acknowledge my hat is pulled down so far and I like can't really see over it, but I'm trying to, I'm getting over my chemical peel. I did another chemical peel last
There
week.
you go.
And so I keep like thinking that there's someone here, but it's because my hat is down so far. And so if you see me like react to something, it's because I'm not used to being like pulled down. I also can like kind of barely see over it, but I'm trying. I didn't pull it down
those
enough.
hats in particular, the trucker hats, they do it to me all the time.
Yes, because of the way the brim goes down.
I'm pretty sure I've been on this camera before, like talking mid-sentence. I'm like, wait, what's going on? Who's it? Oh, okay. So you see now, if I remember, I always turn it to the back because I'm like, oh, no. I cannot have that going on.
I just needed to acknowledge this because I keep doing it. And I'm like, I'm sure people can see what I'm doing. Anyway. Tamra's so gross too, making the jokes about what Jen would do with her voodoo doll. She's like, I'm gonna make her look just like Tamra. I'm gonna use her hair extensions and her plastics. I'm like, you sound so weird right now.
Yeah, it's almost like reverse now. Now the person you're trying to make her out to be is kind of what you're.
It's becoming. What you seem like.
Yeah,
that's exactly it. But now Tamra has Gretchen alone, so I feel like she's like, "Oh, this is perfect timing here." Shannon asks Gretchen what happened when Katie joined their group, and Gretchen said she just said that you said she's a criminal and that you don't want to be anywhere near her. And Shannon, of course, I never said criminal. Flashback to earlier where Shannon was absolutely being extra and yelling at Kate when she's like, I'm not going to go out with you guys. She's like, you committed an illegal act. I have said my piece with you. There is not one fucking word you can say to me that will change my mind. Oh my God, Shannon.
Goodness.
Why are you like, it doesn't make any sense to me at all. And so Shannon goes, she recorded me and that's against the law. And for some reason, Tamra cracks up at this, but Gretchen goes, I like Katie. She hasn't done anything to me. And Shannon goes, okay, Gretchen, do you want to be friends with people that commit illegal acts? And Gretchen says, no, but Shannon, in all fairness, you got a DUI and that's illegal too.
Yikes. I mean, you kind of walk right into that one. I'm saying.
Like, how did you not see that coming, Shannon? How did you not see that fucking coming, Shannon?
What do you think her reaction was today? Because they kind of cut away right.
I know they cut away from that.
I was like, damn it, because I feel like that would have sent her spiraling. But like, what was the reaction? Like, did she laugh or did she?
Thank you,
what?
Kendrick, I wondered this, and like they're gonna cut her response to that.
Like what? That's why, like, because I was seeing I watched the episode, I think Friday morning, but I kept seeing that one clip on social media and it was ending right after that. I'm like, wait, what does Shannon do? Like, okay, well, let me go watch this episode tomorrow morning, make sure I watch it. Nothing. I'm like, well, damn, what we doing?
They just cut to Tamra suggesting that she give Katie another chance, and Shannon doesn't like that. So Shannon does what she loves to do. She's like, oh, let me remind you why you don't like Katie either. And suddenly she's up. Shannon, who doesn't care about Tamra or shouldn't, is like up in arms because of what she tried to get Kiki Monique to say. And apparently Tamra says, Katie said that you told her that I roofied you. Now, see, Shannon loves this.
You're right.
Now we can add Gretchen to the list. She's just like, more people. But I feel like I have seen the fan theory that Tamra and Vicky roofied Gretchen for years. Like I've seen that for years and years and years.
Trying to put that on Katie is wild. Like,
yeah, and try to say that Katie said Gretchen said that. I could see them. I don't believe Katie when she said we never even talked about it. I'm like, I doubt that's true because it's something you would talk about for sure.
Right.
But I don't know if maybe Katie didn't say. But I don't know. I can also see Katie like because she can tend to get excited and like kind of embellish. I could see her being like, "Oh no, Gretchen told me she roofied her."
Right.
I could see that also happening. But like that's been out there.
Right. And we've seen, I can honestly, like, I don't know if Gretchen said those words. She probably didn't say roofied, but I can imagine Gretchen saying some like stuff that basically walked Katie into that too, if Katie did say it. Because I mean, listen, when we think back to older seasons, that's one of the moments that sticks out.
Yeah.
All like that's a dark moment. That's one of the reasons why we all have found Ryan to be creepy all these years. Right. Like little fucking weirdo. Like, so I mean, like, I don't know. This feels like blame shifting a little. Like, this feels like I never wanted this stink on me, so let me place it on her kind of stuff. And Gretchen having this whole like, I'm glad she came to her senses, but this whole like moment here, I was like, oh, where are we going with this?
I agreed. But I was then Tamra does do exactly what Gretchen sees. She's like really bullshitting her with this speech. Suddenly Tamra's like, I want to sit down and talk to you, Gretchen, because there's a lot of things I didn't want to apologize for. I was in a bad place. And I see a different side to you now. You're so cute and you're so beautiful and you're a mom now. I'm like, what?
Okay, I'm glad you said that, because when she was listing off stuff, I'm like, are those are those compliments, or are those just like facts? Like, what are we getting at here?
Yeah, it was her whole energy. But Gretchen's confessional is like the thing that Tamra's always been good at, is making you feel like there's hope for change and moving forward. I'm like, oh wow, that is true.
Yeah.
That is,
yep.
She figured that out, and that's exactly what she did. So
exactly.
Tamra says, I've been cordial to her because I thought maybe you did tell her that. And now that I know that you didn't, and then Gretchen has like a whole breakdown. And I think it's also because Shannon's also feeding into it. She's like, yep, we got to just dump Katie. You got to go back there and dump Katie. And like, Gretchen's like, I don't want to be here. I don't want this. Like, I don't want to be pulled into this group dynamic like this.
No.
No.
I escaped it. I want to be back on the show, but I'm remembering now like why it's not fun.
Yeah. But then Tamra, they have to go to dinner now. She goes over to Shannon's room before they had to dinner, and she says she's drinking water, but it's so clearly not water. Like when they cut to the glass, I'm like, is it what?
But it's dirty.
But Shannon really thinks this whole thing with Kiki Monoki is going to be like the end of Katie, if forever in the group. She's like, that's it. We all know what Katie said now. I'm like, that she accused her of doing something illegal. She accused her. It's just okay. Also, we're not like we've seen this storyline before if you've watched Atlanta. So this felt so familiar in that way.
Right.
Too. You know what I mean? Why does Shannon always have to look like she's falling apart though? Her suit is too tight. Her hair is a disaster.
A mess always.
Tamra does seem a little drowsy. Like I was trying to figure out like where it goes wrong for Tamra. But she does have like her eyes are a little bit droopy. Just okay. So, anyways, then on the van, Tamra goes in a van with Heather, Emily, and Gina, and she says that she told Gretchen about the Kiki Monique thing, and they're like, "Oh my God, you did?" She's like, "Yeah," and she also thinks like, "Okay, we're all gonna hate Katie now. Like now that I've told everybody." But then Jen and Katie go to Gretchen's room. And Gretchen is not ready for dinner. And for some reason, it's very much stressing me out. Like when she's just in her robe, I'm like, they're on their way to dinner. Like, oh my God.
I hate it so much. Oh, I hate it so much. I'm like, why is no one ever on time for anything?
Yeah. Why? It's like, no. We can't have a scene right now. Go do this at the restaurant or something. It was just really stressing me out.
Right. I did love that Tamra kept offering to brush her hair. She's like, you sure you don't need help with your hair? Like,
Shannon, are you sure? Shannon, are you sure? Shannon, are you sure?
Like, girl, take the hint.
Katie obviously denies doing this, obviously. Yeah. But Gretchen is on to Tamra's game plan, and it is crazy. She goes, am I getting bamboozled over here by somebody telling me that this is what's happened so that I come at you and I freak out at you and I get pissed at you? I'm like, whoa, that is exactly what's happening, I think. Wow. Like Gretchen really is on to Tamra's game.
Yeah. Whoa. And so what really sells it is the fact that, we obviously want to get there, but like, Tamra, we've seen Tamra storm out of scenes like many a time. Her, Shannon, they're always gonna like storm and like, you'll never see me again, like that kind of stuff. But her like going and doing this like quitting the show thing only to be back a couple days later, it's like, okay, yep. Focus successfully shifted. So there we go.
It's so awkward when the late girls do arrive because they've obviously clearly been talking about them. So I don't know what the time frame of like the first group that's not late to the dinner is there, and then when Gretchen and like I don't know how long Tamra's been sitting there,
right,
drinking,
right,
but she has the hiccups and is clearly wasted by the time, and then immediately pulls Gretchen to talk, and Tamra's like operating from this place where Gretchen is 100% on her side, but that's kind of nuts to me.
Yeah.
Like you thought that for one conversation where you didn't even like fully get into it, that like that was like, this is Gretchen.
Right. And y'all have hated each other for how long? Like, what we doing?
And so she's like, do you want me to bring it up tonight or would you rather not talk about it? Because, it's such a nasty thing. And duh, like, no. So Katie then joins. But also, even another thing to note, Gretchen showed up late to the event, to the dinner with Katie. Like, of course there's been a conversation.
Right.
And she like still doesn't get it. Like, she's like, are we? No, obviously.
Jeez.
So Katie denies it, but Gretchen said, I was looking forward to
when you would get it though, if you weren't drunk.
Yeah. Because and like her eyes are definitely like slowly closing too. And so Gretchen's like, I wanted to move forward with you. I still want to have that talk with you so we can either harp on this. And then Tamra realizes, oh my God, you're not reacting the way I want. And she starts losing it. She's like, are you saying just pull this out of my ass? And it is wild for Tamra to storm back into the dining room and announce Gretchen believes Katie.
Gosh.
What is happening? And everyone else is like, what's going on? Like, what's happening? What are we doing? And Gretchen, or Tamra's confessional, she goes, I am absolutely blindsided by Gretchen. How?
Right. What? After one conversation, literally one, like I get it. Gretchen's reaction was extreme out there, like outside of the voodoo place, but I mean, literally one, not two, not three, one conversation. Oh, Tamra, you slipping a little bit. You slipping.
And then she goes, when I told Gretchen about this, she was siding with me. Was that just an act with Gretchen? Girl,
I loved it. Tamra's confessionals always like, no matter what, she's always like in the right, no matter what.
She's always the
like,
victim, totally.
Always the victim. She's like, oh my, like, am I the fool here? And it's like, oh, Tamra, we've been watching you for like 90 seasons now. We get it. We get game. We get game.
But now Shannon continues to do way too much with Katie. As Katie's walking back in, Shannon's clapping. Congratulations, Katie. Your excuses worked for one person. Girl, take it down. Katie just goes, whatever. Yeah, whatever. Okay. No, Shannon, now you are looking crazy. She goes, I'm angry. You have hurt every single person at this table. I'm like, Shannon, you're sitting next to Tamra.
Right.
What are you doing?
We've watched this show. That's the thing. Like, we've seen all of y'all be like absolutely hateful to each other. So that means literally nothing to us.
She goes, who wants to be around someone that hurts an entire table of people? Tamra's right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tamra's right there. So Katie goes, I didn't say it. And Shannon, with her Barbie hands in full effect, goes, stop lying. Ooh. And then it's like weird what she does. She's like, oh, I can't stand you. Like, so much.
Loud. The waiters looking, they're like, what is going on in this restaurant right now? Like, that was pure vitriol. Like, that was an extreme reaction, even for Shannon. And they're saying something because Shannon is nothing but extreme reactions.
That was crazy pants. And honestly, Gretchen's right. Where's the proof that happened? This person has done so much to me. So you really think I'm just going to believe it like immediately?
Right.
But Shannon thinks, she goes, there are multiple reputable reporters. Who?
Jesus.
It's not even your story. You don't even know it. It's Tamra's. Like,
and what is she meaning when she says multiple reputable reporters? Like, are we on Instagram or are we on like
Yahoo?
the wet newspaper? Like, who are we talking? I need to know context a little, please.
Kiki Monique has posted content. She's like, I would love to talk about it, but it's going to be coming up. Like, she had to sign an NDA, obviously. Like, you can't discuss stories. So there's going to be more of it coming up. So that's why she can't like come out and say her side, even though she's dying to.
I want all of y'all to know, I recently, a couple months ago, I recently signed an NDA and I did not appear on that on the programming. So fuck NDAs and fuck NBC Universal, just so y'all know.
He said it. He said it.
Not them directly though, someone, but you know, screw them.
Screw them. Jen could not wait for a chance to bring up her thing though. She's like, all right, let's just all have it out. Like, where's the picture? What was the intent of the picture? She's like, I need to see this fucking picture. Okay. Right. I need to see it. All right.
That's me. It's like, I know y'all are arguing about something, but like, let's talk about me for a minute.
Like, what is the picture? Show it to me now. I'm freaking out about what is going to be on camera. Okay. But Tamra's not making any sense here. All right. She goes, I don't care about that. I was just retaliating. And Jen's like, no, you said I was obsessed with you. It was like, you'd reach out to me in 2013 as a fan. You're like, hey.
Yikes. Oh, yikes.
Jen's like, are we on something? Like, are Xanax or something?
Right.
So then Emily tries to like save this moment, I think. She's like, this whole thing where you're saying, Tamra, that she's obsessed with you, just sounds like a deflection from what the real root issues are between you two. And Jen says, yeah, what is the issue? And Tamra goes, I don't know. What is it? And Jen goes, I don't know. And then Tamra just stares at her and goes, I don't know. What is it? And then she goes, I feel like it's been a tit for a tat the past 2 years. And then Gretchen goes, but where did it start? And Tamra goes, none of your fucking business. Oh my God. Jeez, there was no need for that. And Heather goes, okay, there's a nicer way to say that. And Tamra goes, yeah, but Gretchen doesn't know anything. And now it's like, now Tamra is in a whole new realm. Like she's gone somewhere, even right in front of their eyes. I'm like, what happened here? And Jen goes, she actually knows a lot. And then Tamra goes, oh, what you told her? And Katie goes, what? And then she goes, what do you mean, what? Fuck off.
Jeez. Like, okay. What is happening? Like before our eyes.
I loved Gina stepping in. I actually really did. I thought she nailed it. She's like, you're being rude and you're sloshed. And that's what's happening here. And then Tamra goes, you're being rude. Like Tamra's genuinely offended and does not think that she's done anything wrong at all.
Right.
So Gina's like, you're being fucking rude to everyone at the table. This is actually my table, and I don't appreciate that. And it goes, it's not fun to be in the middle of your bullshit. And Heather goes, for any of us. Well, now you're on her list. Now you're on her list because then they try to just go on eating. But Tamra is sitting there silent, not even moving. And Heather tries to offer her some of her food. And Tamra goes, I don't want it. And Heather's like, why do you say that? I don't want it. I don't want it. It's that simple. I'm like, okay. All right. Then she just stands up and walks out. And as soon as she's out there, like, okay, what the fuck is wrong with her? She's now crying in the hallway. I just want to go home
with the producers.
And then Heather goes out to try to talk to her, but like, you didn't need to do that, Heather. She's just not. There's she's gone. She's like, you're not being yourself. Why? Because I'm not fucking yelling. All right. I can't. All right. Heather should have given up. But then unfortunately she doesn't. And it just opens up Tamra to sound even crazier because Heather goes, with Gretchen, she probably needs to just have a step back. I don't give a fuck. This girl has contacted my daughter. She's called my husband gay. I'm like, okay, all right.
Oh gosh.
All right. Okay, here we go. Like now. And Tamra's last line is, I've been so fucking nice to her. Fuck off. You can have her. And then her confessional is absurd. She goes, I just want my friends to be there for me and understand. No, I'm not perfect, but I don't feel loved. I feel not wanted.
Oh gosh. Oh, Tamra.
Do you not understand what you did? No? Nothing?
Was she the line about you can have her? She was referring to Gretchen, right?
Yeah.
That's insane. As if Gretchen was ever hers to give away. Like, that's insane, Tamra.
Right?
Boy.
Right? Then Tamra's like waiting downstairs or whatever and looks at the cameras and goes, "Is there a car for me? Or do I have to call an Uber?" Oh.
I'm sure they'll reimburse you though if you go ahead and get that Uber, but
yeah, of course.
But the drama, I get it.
Of course. But then Tamra is now texting Gina, "Fuck off." Oof. And Gina responds, "Go to bed." Incredible thing to respond, by the way. And then Tamra goes, "You crossed the line." Sure. Okay. Then Tamra texts Heather, "I'm out. Gina crossed the line. No one is authentic." She's always saying that. Tamra's always saying that.
You know, it's always like you gotta there are so many reality TV like villains that use that as a
Kyle, I had to write it down. Kyle also says that on Beverly. No one's being authentic. She's stormed out of many events because no one's being authentic, and everyone's like, "What is wrong?" Like, you're the one.
Like last season of like Vanderpump Rules, when like Lala would not address like anything she had actually done. It was always just like, "Nope, y'all aren't being authentic. You're supposed to show up on camera. We're shooting a show. Yeah, I did it because we're shooting a show." And it's like, oh boy, everyone like across all the shows is always the people that are like, "You're not being authentic. You're not being authentic."
And it's like, you're the ones probably being the least authentic,
right?
Then Tamra calls Eddie from the car, "Give me a flight out of here," and then posts her Instagram, which was, "It was a long run. When life gives you real problems, this reality shit doesn't make sense. Peace out. I'm out." Which also is like, it's like a horrible, that's really the way you quit. It's like a horrible way to quit. Like, after all these, like, you just
needed to quit. You needed some good, some lines, Tamra.
Yeah, like, I was really hoping for Tamra's sake that this, whatever made her quit, was going to be like some big moment, like Gretchen taking it too far and being like, "Oh man, that's not cool," because what she's going through with Teddy. But instead, this was just like a weird, drunken overreaction.
It was Tamra being insane and then storming off is what it was.
And like, the fact that she does go back and film, it's so embarrassing. It's like, oh my God. And then though, Tamra, I kept checking her stories to see if maybe possibly she was going to put something in her stories like, "I know I was really drunk, I was whatever." Instead, she's like reposting things about how all these fans are like, "Tamra's going through a lot because of Teddy, and so, you know, I forgive her behavior," and whatever. And that's like all Tamra's reposting. So she does not she didn't watch that episode and think, "Ooh, my bad." She watched that episode and thought, "I'm a victim."
Exactly. Oh, Tam. Oh, Tam.
Oh, Tam. Anyways, what are you guys saying? Is everyone agreeing? What's happening?
Yes,
I wish Tamra stayed out.
A lot of Tam rats in the comments.
Okay, yeah, I had a feeling that was going to not be a lot of people like loving Tamra, but you know, sometimes they come out.
I love Basic Brittany said, "I'm on a fitness journey post my kids. Am I obsessed with Tamra?" She would think so. So yes.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's just a wild thing. Like, oh, she got in shape. She started doing fitness videos. I'm like, do you even realize how saturated the market is for fitness content?
Right.
It's everywhere. Like, come on.
And also, like, it's good that someone wants to like get in good health, right? Like, that's not like meaning they're like biting your style. It means that like they're thinking of their health. I don't know, Tamra. We gotta find other reasons. Like, I don't think we're gonna be sold on this either way. But if you want to like have any semblance of a defense at the reunion, we gotta figure out some other things. I know. I like that Kat said earlier, because I didn't know this. She said Tamra admitted that she took Xanax and was drinking on the Xanax apparently, so she would never let anyone live it down if they admitted to mixing meds with alcohol. No, she absolutely wouldn't. And I think that's actually been a storyline before where she's like,
wait, she's admitted that about this.
I think so. I think this was Kat confirmed for us. K-A-T, not C-A-T. Hey, Kat Thomas. But no, Kat, K-A-T. She said Tamra admitted she took Xanax and was drinking on it. So I think that's what she's referring to. I think this scene. Oh, she said yes. Okay, perfect.
Okay, yeah, because
good fast responses, Kat. Thank you.
Thank you, Kat. She was also first to comment with the fans this morning too. So
there we go.
Yeah, she's one of those. Okay. So let's move on to Gilded Age because we've already dragged Tamra enough.
Yes.
Okay.
And if you need more Tamra jagging, watch on YouTube and read the comments because they are dragging.
Yeah, they're dragging Tamra good. Yes, it's nice. It's nice. All right, Gilded Age. Listen, I decided to go back because I tried to watch Downton Abbey. I was very excited to, but it was just a bit. It didn't catch my interest. It's a quieter show. It's not as lively. But what is fun is like seeing like how connected it is to what we learn in the Gilded Age too. Like there's an American woman who married a guy who had a castle that needed to be saved, and you're like, that's funny. Yeah, so there's some connections there, but it just made me want more Gilded Age. So I went back to the beginning of Gilded Age and watched it for the 50th time, probably.
Yeah.
And something I don't think I acknowledged enough of is the way George kept that Lady Winterton or Mrs. Winterton, who become the maid who gets
Oscar's new hag.
Oscar's new hag, exactly,
Yes.
or new beard rather.
Right.
The way George kept her around and never told Bertha was actually really toxic.
Yeah, that makes me think ulterior stuff. I'm like, ooh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
They have all these moments where they show Mrs. Turner, Miss Turner, that was her name. Like Miss Turner and George exchanging looks after, like Bertha walks out, they just kind of like give each other a look. I'm like, what are you doing? What's this about? Like, what are you doing? Are you keeping her like, and that is fucking weird that you didn't tell Bertha right away, we got to get rid of this maid. Like, oh, I'm so sorry. You had to train another maid. Like, come on.
Right.
So,
right.
Because after the finale of season 3, I'm like, is George terrible? Like, what?
I've seen people arguing about this a lot too, because I feel like we'll get into it obviously, but like there are a lot of people that are like, well, no, Bertha did too much this season. Then there are people that are like, no, George and Larry are just unforgiving. They don't want to forgive, and like they're not.
We will get to Larry.
Oh yeah, Larry. This is so stupid because these are fictional characters and like it's not like a reality show, but I have really built up a whole hatred for Larry right now. I'm going to make a comparison to him later on that I think some people will understand, but it's the reason why I stopped watching another show. So I'm going to I'm not going to stop watching Gilded. I love Gilded Age, but like I'm going to make a comparison that's going to be so random and weird, but
I'm excited.
We'll get there. Yes.
Okay, so George has been shot, and when they bring him home, I don't know why, but I think you and I have talked about how much we love that they live like across the street from each other. Like there's home. So like Bannister seeing them come in and like now it's a whole street thing. Like I'm like, it like sticks together. You know what I mean?
Which is just like my street is, because we are the nosiest motherfuckers on the planet. Like when something happens outside, everybody's in their driveway. They're like, what's going on over there? What's happening? What you doing there? You go to someone else's drive. We don't go to the actual like event happening. We go to someone else's driveway. We're like, girl, what's going on? What they doing? What's happening? For real? I know you lying. Okay. And then now we starting, and the story never winds up right. We telling other people, we're like, yeah, she passed out, and then they had to call the ambulance, and they doing all this, and I never right the next day. We're like, oh, okay. That's not nearly as exciting. Okay.
Oh, that's good. That is good. But it's this perfect merging of these worlds in this moment because Dr. Kirkland had just happened to stop by to talk to Peggy. So a doctor is there.
Yep.
And Bannister's like, I mean, we got a doctor, right? And they're like, go get him. But then he's like, he's colored. I'm like, oh, I forgot that would even be a thing. So, but obviously Bertha's like, what the fuck do I care about that? And so goes and gets him. And then Marion jumps right in to help. She jumps right on top of that table. She's got her hands on this man. She is saving his life alongside this doctor. All right. Then Dr.
And you can't hate a woman that saves your dad. Just saying.
That is
loser.
So Dr. Logan, though, Mr. White Doctor over here, shows up like 2 hours later, and he's like, "Who the fuck is this black man?" And I'm like, "Oh, you better." I'm like, "Someone punch him in the face right now."
Right.
Oh, loser. I'm so mad. And she's like, "We called you hours ago." He's like, "Well, I had to deliver a baby." Well, and then he doesn't like to admit it, but he's like, "Well, I guess it seems," what did you say your name was? Dr. Kirkland has maybe saved his life. I'm like, oh,
look how that worked. No,
acting like he's like,
where'd you go to medical school?
Yeah, he's like, "Where'd you go to medical school?" I'm like, "Excuse you?"
Yeah, right.
Well, you just like
where'd
pretended
you go
to be what is
somewhere on time
he just
school.
pretended to be a doctor. Like he just pretended to be a doctor and like, shut up, jerk. Ugh, get out of here. Anyway, but then we get the scene with Larry and Marion on the stairs. And I'm like, "Sir, Larry, let me just tell you something right now." So he's like, "My mom told me what you did." And she's like, "Yes." And she's like, "I would do anything for you." And he's like, "Yet you called off the engagement." She's like, "I know, I'm sorry, but Jack did tell me that you did nothing wrong." And he's all, "Oh, wait, I told you that and you didn't believe me, but you believe Jack?" Yeah.
Liar.
Because you lied about where you were going. So she would assume that what are you, duh.
You're such a loser.
Then she goes, "Well, you know my story." And I swear to God, he's like, "Oh, you have baggage. I don't think I'm in the mood for that." Like he literally is like, "Oh, you have trust issues. Yeah, I don't want to deal with that." Okay.
You have truth issues, bitch. Are you kidding me? This is a class A sign of like manipulation. It's fine. It's like this is because a man in this, especially in this day and age, can't admit that he was wrong. So now he's able to like put it back on her with the smallest little things. Like, "Oh no, you put all this in motion by lying to me in the first place. Had you just said you were going somewhere with the boys because they invited you out, that would have been one thing. You could have just not chosen to lie to me, but you chose to lie and keep the lie going. So don't be mad at me, sucker."
And she's like, "Well, we're not the only one who did something wrong here. You lied about where you were going." And he's like, "I can't hear this right now. My dad might be dying." She knows because she saved your fucking dad. Like,
right.
I'm like, if Julian Fellows hates Larry, because I think that's what only someone who hates a character, this is what they would do. Because I'm like, what a little punk. Because to me, it would have made sense in this moment for them to make up. It would have made sense for him to be like, "I know, thank you. Like, there's bigger things to care about." But instead, he's like, "Oh, but you called off the engagement because you believed Jack and not me." What are you talking? Get out of here.
Exactly. Let me tell you, this is the way he's been acting all season, like right up until the end of this episode. This is the comparison I was gonna make. Did you? I don't watch it. I think I stopped sometime during season 2, and a new season just came out. But do you watch The Summer I Turned Pretty?
No.
It's like it's for younger people. I shouldn't I always like tune in to stuff I shouldn't tune into, and then I'm like, "Oh, I hate everybody on here," and then I stop watching. It's one of those things like for the people that watch in the comments, he reminds me a lot of Conrad, and I know Conrad is a popular choice to like round up with the main character.
Okay.
But Conrad's one of those characters that's like brooding and it's like always like, "Oh, I'm so sad. I'm this, I'm that. Oh my God. I'm just, feel bad for me." And I just, every time he's on screen, I'm like, I hate him. So I hate a pouting ass man. That's what it is. And Larry has become the biggest pouting ass man on the planet. I'm like, I hate this so much. And so now it's gonna be hard for me to get back to being Team Larry in the future. I'm like, nope, just give Marion an even better
I'm
man.
like, Marion, go to like medical school or something and like be a doctor. I don't know. Like, I don't even need her worrying about a man anyway, because the way this boy is behaving, please.
He's right.
Okay, so George is like making a miraculous recovery, but Bertha offers to cancel the ball. And George says, "Don't. I will not allow you to jeopardize the railroad." So to me, what is happening, I think I'm going to say something that I hope I'm not just being like picky because it's not what I wanted, but I feel like Julianne Fellows isn't mapping out George's character totally right, because it's like he has him do some things and then like totally contradict in other behaviors. And like, especially because I just watched from season 1 all the way through. I'm like, yes, George makes some mistakes, but like his love for Bertha was very clear, and he seemed to understand how important the social politics were in the grand scheme of it. And I'm aware, believe me, the Bertha and the Duke and the Gladys was all very terrifying. I was like, this is heartless, Bertha. But then Julianne Fellows wrote it so that Gladys is actually going to be happy with the Duke. She just needed a little bit of Bertha in her.
And he saw her being happy too. Yeah. With her new husband.
Yeah. And so I just was like, I like the way he says here, I will not allow you to jeopardize the railroad, says like, yes, like I know how important these social standings are. But then at the end, we'll get to the end, but just like, I feel like he just created this weird twist at the end just to like put some drama in there.
Yeah. It's really weird.
It didn't really make sense to me.
Let me call out a couple comments. Emily Meyer said, Emily, I love your hoodie, by the way. So I want you to know that. Love the hoodie. Cat Thomas, yes, he is the little Leo lookalike. Yes. You're thinking of the right person. Let me see. Shelvakia said, so he's Pacey's
senior year of Dawson's Creek. Got it.
Clock it. Yes. Yes. Exactly.
Yes, that. Yes, that Pacey's senior year, man, that is such a deep cut. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. That was
Miss Al Boogie last time. Miss Al Boogie said, yeah, the last episode character-wise was weird for me too. So
weird for me, right? It just kind of, it felt like, I also thought it was weird that the Duke didn't care about money anymore. Agreed.
Yeah.
I just was like,
but I was willing to excuse that because I was like, okay, so maybe he really is falling in love with Gladys like we want him to. So like,
I was willing to excuse that for that reason.
Right. I'm like, okay,
they gave us a twist on it. And like that was, I'm like, okay, cool. Like it felt like they were toying us with the idea of it being like Consuelo Vanderbilt's actual marriage, which was miserable and terrible, and she wasn't happy. But then instead they changed it and they made Bertha kind of come in and teach Gladys how to be more of a woman and stand up for herself. And we're like, oh, never mind. They love each other. This is great.
Right. Like I love that like story arc too. I love that like she fought against this so much. She didn't want this, but then she actually like in a span of like a week learned so much from her mother to like live the rest of her life. It's like, ooh, okay. So Bertha's not crazy after all. And I can be a good wife and I can tell off the sister and I'll be a great mother and I'll have a good life. So it's like, okay, we're liking all of this. We like all of this.
Yeah. No, because like I said, I rewatched again to kind of like map out where these characters were going. And it really did seem like they were giving Bertha this storyline of like, she didn't even care, but it's not like this Duke is like some old man who she has nothing in common with. She did actually kind of like vet him and was like, oh, that's the Duke. Oh, okay. That could work for Gladys. And so it wasn't like she was, because in the Consuelo's Vanderbilt's marriage, the guy was much older and like they had nothing in common. And so like there was a little bit of like finessing. What are you laughing at?
I was about to say, because I couldn't remember. I always will like give somebody a feature that I can't like 100% remember if they have or not, but he does. I was about to say, if he just shaved that stupid mustache, it might be better for her. But I was like, wait a minute, does he have a mustache? And he does. Okay.
He does have a mustache. And like, also sometimes like I have to remember that this was the style.
Right.
Of, like the time period. Like,
because Oscar has a stupid mustache too.
Oscar, I was the first person I thought of. Kendrick understood exactly what I meant when I said this. I sent Kendrick a text and I was like, I can't explain it, but Oscar looks like a ghost.
He does.
Like Oscar is like a ghoul. I'm like, like he's like come to life. Like I'm waiting for the twist to be like, when is Oscar going to find out he's actually dead and like has been
right. Like this is actually Agnes has gone crazy storyline. Like she's been grieving his death so hard that we've been seeing him through her eyes this entire time, and no one else has heard Oscar.
They've all been just playing along because it makes Agnes feel better.
Shutter Island. That's exactly what this is. We're watching Shutter Island back in the 1800s right now. That's exactly what's happening.
Thank you for going on that with me. Anyway, okay. All right.
Cat Thomas said that's the Ryan Murphy version.
That is the Ryan Murphy version. Totally. That is the Ryan Murphy version. Oh, my face hurts. The Peggy and Dr. Kirkland story arc is so great because it starts with this heartbreaking part where it's so sad because Peggy and Dorothy, her mom, think that he's coming over to possibly propose before they go to Newport, only for the conversation to be so tragic. And then that scene with Peggy crying on the stairs and Dorothy comforting her. I didn't want to cry, but I was crying. Like I was like, I'm not going to cry. I'm crying.
Yep.
Audra did such a beautiful job with that scene. Like she felt like that was her daughter, and it just felt big and powerful and like bigger than even that moment.
I literally wrote down because like I felt like between that scene and the one in the shop, I was like, okay, Audra won this episode. I feel her performances like back to back. I was like, woof, you got it.
And I want to harp a little bit too on Peggy and Dorothy are great characters. They're great characters, gorgeously written women. And like, I really appreciate their characters. They're kind of flawless to me, honestly.
They're great. They're great.
Love them. Love them.
I wonder, because people have like wondered online, do you think, I don't know, because I can't see like it happening, but they've been like speculating that we might end up getting like some version of a spinoff with like I don't know, like if it's like Peggy and her family or like what it is, but like I think the end of this episode where it was like so split between the two like communities and like it was like a whole thing going on over here, a whole thing going on over there. They were like, I could actually see this being two different shows. Like it being.
I hope it doesn't though, because then
I know I like it together
again. Like it's what makes it so cool is that these stories come together as opposed to just like, okay, that will be then the black story and the white story. Like
right.
And like that's what it always is, you know?
Because it's so great that we see characters like Agnes, who we think would be like so against like the mixing of races, being like, no, I love black people. It's like, okay, was not expecting that. Okay.
Yeah. Like where Agnes needs to be a good person, she is, because she's such a fabulous little cunty woman, isn't she? But like love her to death. But like where it matters is she's not a bad person. So like that it can come through. Dude, Bertha meets with Mrs. Astor and her daughter Charlotte to say that she's inviting divorced women. And right in front of her daughter's face, Mrs. Astor's like, the shame you will bring to every woman in attendance by letting them come. I'm like, this is your daughter. Okay, your daughter.
Exactly. DORTER, your daughter.
Excuse you. Like, how dare you, ma'am? But like, go Bertha. Bertha's like, well, I mean, honestly, like, seriously, fuck off.
A true trend. Like she literally like came to town and just like set every trend she could. I like it.
Loving it. Agreed. So Marion goes to like check on George because now George is like receiving people or something. And I don't know why it was just funny to me. Like she gets dressed and comes all the way upstairs just to walk in and be like, I'm glad to see you're feeling better. And then they're like, okay, thank you for coming. And she's like, okay, goodbye. She got all dressed and shit to come over here and like, you know what I mean? Like got out of bed. I don't know. It just seems.
I know, because I feel like every time someone gets in a carriage, it takes like a day to get there. I'm like,
that's what I'm saying.
Like it could probably take like 30 minutes. I'm like, nope, it took a full calendar year to get where she was going.
Well, because they also like their concept of time is so funny. Because when Larry was going to out west, he was like, I'm only going to be gone a month. I'm like, a month?
Right.
Jesus Christ.
Like I'll be a different person when you get back. Like God.
You know, and I also like sometimes think of like, what the fuck did they do all day? Like, what they don't have TV, they don't like going out of the house is such a fucking pain in the ass half the time. So I'm just like, are they?
We saw them playing billiards or whatever game. I forgot. Someone told us what game they were playing because I guess it wasn't pool necessarily.
It wasn't pool. It was billiards.
It was billiards. They were playing billiards at the time. But I'm like, I'm sure that costed half of George's fortune to get that table in the house. So like what were the rest of y'all doing with your day?
Okay, but the thing though, Bertha now has come around on Marion. Now here's something I'm going to say actually too, and I think that Carrie Coon did a good job playing it off, but to me, I kind of thought that Bertha would have approved of Marion immediately as someone for Larry. It didn't to me because of how much she's seen the way Marion has stuck her neck out socially and like doesn't give a fuck about all the weird rules and stuff.
Yeah.
I would have, like, it didn't make sense to me that suddenly Marion wasn't good enough for Bertha. But I get that they were trying to play into like Bertha was so determined to like set her children up and have this status for the future. But I still felt like now Bertha's also abroad and knows like that's a down bitch right there. You know what I mean? Because she said, she's like, I saw you get on top of George, and she goes, I knew then you were no feeble debutante. I'm like, you knew that forever ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, now that you say that, I absolutely I see where you're coming from. I actually thought that she wouldn't think Marion was good enough, but not because of Marion. I thought it was going to be because of remember like early seasons, it was like the families were so like oppositely opposed, and I forgot. It was in one of the scenes this season. Larry was talking about like how he wanted to propose to Marion or what he thought of Marion, like whatever it was, and he was saying like, oh, they're totally on board with it. And Bertha was like, I bet they are. So to me, it felt like she thought they were like not social climbing, but like trying to social climbing. Yeah.
But it was ironic because then Agnes is over in the other house being like, of course she wants you to marry her son because she wants to come and join us over here. Like Agnes still thinks that she's the prize, but by then Bertha's like, oh no, you are like nothing to me, honey. Right.
But because it makes you think though, like if Marion isn't like the cat's meow, like who have we seen that is? So they would have had to introduce like a whole nother character that Bertha was like, no, this is the good one for you. And they didn't do that. So I'm like, Marion's gotta be a pretty good option. Like, yeah.
Like to me, it never really tracked that Bertha wouldn't have been like badass. I like that for you. That's
right.
You know what I mean? But I feel like that was just them trying to create this like Bertha was kind of out of control, trying to, you know what I mean? Like that was kind of the goal they were going for at the beginning of the season. Ada finally gets through to Agnes because Agnes is still not supportive of the whole Larry thing. And Ada says, let's not forget that you married a man that you now would approve of for Marion. And how did that work out? And she's like, oh yeah, I was miserable. So then when Agnes tells Marion to go and like apologize and tell Larry she was wrong, it's like such a great impact moment because you're like, oh, okay. Like now, I don't know. When Agnes comes around.
I know, because and you always wonder, I'm like, I wonder if she's able to be penetrated because of everything she's gone through, like all these like different, like she was the top of the chain, and now it's like you're still there because your sister has money, but it's also like it's not yours. So I'm wondering if all of that is like why she's so receptive to like, okay, maybe he's not so bad. Maybe I wasn't happy when I had the money and like all this, like all these different like
she's been humbled.
Odds dynamic. Exactly. She's been humbled. I also don't want her to be humble though, because I love. No,
I never want her ever. I love her being just so ridiculous. It's important. It's important she remain like that for sure.
Yes.
Now Oscar though, he schemes with Bertha to get Mrs. Winterton an invite to the ball because he has a plan, and it was not the plan I thought. Because in my mind, like Oscar isn't a good banker or whatever I don't even know what he does as an investor or something. Because of what he did with his own money, his mom's money. So in my mind, I thought he was like trying to like scam her out of the money that she got, but it makes actual total sense that he's like, honey, live your best beard life. We don't have to be living in the same house. We can go live ourselves, but here we'll pretend like we are. And she's like, I mean, lavender marriages were a thing even back then.
Yep. Because literally all she wants, she's like, I've got the money now, but I still like am fighting to get in this society for some reason. It's so weird, especially like now that he's not by me. Because when he was by me, they would at least tolerate me and let me in the places because he was going to be there anyway. But with her at the helm, Bertha, and she knows I was fired from her, she knows. So with all of that, I need somebody to usher me in. So it's literally the perfect union. So that storyline they wrote perfectly because it's like, ooh,
nailed it. Nailed that one. Exactly. That one, well done.
Yep.
But then, this was so cute. Agnes arranges that lady, Mrs. Foster from the New York Heritage Society to come by. And this scene is hilarious because Agnes is like trying to interrupt and they're like, no, wait. And she's like, no, everyone can hear this. I'm poor and I can't give you any money. And then it's so cute because she's like, oh no, I don't want your money. I want you to be the vice president of the New York Heritage Society. And I'm like, if there was ever a vice president of the New York Heritage Society, it's Agnes.
It's Agnes. Yes.
Okay. And then when it's time for dinner, Agnes gives Ada the head of the table. Cynthia and Christine really do play great sisters.
Yes, they do. The dynamic between them in every episode is always like, and it's good big sister little sister relationship too, because it's always like one kid is just like such gullible walkover or such a like needs to be ushered through life, and the other one is always like came out of it. Popped out the pee, very sure of themselves. So they play this perfectly. You can tell they've been around each other literally for life.
Yes, they feel like they've been connected. Like they're so connected. They're doing a great job of creating that energy for sure.
Yep.
Okay, did not even see this storyline coming. Bridget, the maid from downstairs, she goes over to Jack's new mansion in her pretty new dress. Oh. And now earlier, remember when Jack came and visited when he went over and saw them at the Russells, he mentioned having 2 girls that come clean his house. And Bridget was like, are they young? Oh, she's like, okay. So she shows up in her beautiful dress and has soup or whatever from Mrs. Bauer. And then he offers her to sit down and she goes, oh no, I can't. And he says, in this house, you're the guest of the master. I was like, I didn't even see it coming. I didn't even see it coming, you guys.
Literally, that's the perfect relationship because not like that, he treats her like so well, but also when you, especially like, like if you've lived away from home before, like anybody in the chat lived away from home, that like there are certain things that you can't get anywhere else but home. And so her bringing that soup was like, I could have filet mignon, I can have this and that, but like you get something from home that you've been craving after, but nobody can replicate it. You can't get it anywhere else. Oh, that's something that's like, it's right here. That is what made the saying like the way to a man's heart is through his stomach, because it's like you get that little taste of home. It's like, oh man, I'ma love you forever. Oh.
And I bet he must feel so comforted. He even said that he's like, it's nice having you here because it's like, this is familiar. Because I think that's also what made me wonder, like, what do these people do all day? Because when Bridget comes in, he's just like sitting and reading.
Right.
And he's like dressed too. So I'm like, so someone dressed him.
Yep.
And then he's like, and then I'm going to go sit. And that's what they all do. That's what they all like. That's what Agnes does. Agnes is always getting herself all done up and together, and she just sits in the house for the most part.
You literally would have to be like an Oscar, because Oscar is like the social butterfly that's always out everywhere and that kind of stuff. You have to be that kind of person. But even that seems like, okay, I got to drive a day's worth to get to the Hamptons, to go over to the Hamptons and go to the parties out there. So it's like, okay, this is a lot.
Yeah. The scene where Ada, Agnes, and Marion go over to Aurora's to discuss the ball, it's actually like Christine Baranski is hilarious in this, and she does this very subtle things. Aurora says, Mrs. Russell can't control the looks I'll get. And Agnes is like, yes, yes. Can't ignore those. But then Ada goes, we shall enter the ballroom together. And Agnes goes, what?
Like, excuse me?
we will not do such a thing. I'm like, oh, well, that's great writing right there too. There you go. Yes, have all the women walk in together, fucking love it. But then Dorothy goes to get her dress fitted, and in walks Mrs. Kirkland. Cousin tries to tell Dorothy to chill, but nope, she has had it. It is a read down like perhaps you should get off your high horse. I'm like, oh, this is just going to be good. Just sit in and enjoy it. And you have enjoyed a certain kind of privilege amongst our people here in Newport that has created an illusion for you. Wow, this is actually, like, I'm reading it here. This is a monologue,
right? Oh yes.
And Audra really, because Audra, I don't know if you saw, because they've been putting out a bunch of cute clips on social media. And Audra said that she's like, I was actually really nervous this day because I didn't want to get the lines wrong. She goes, I think what that might have been was like Audra being afraid to say this to Phyllis.
Right.
Felicia. And like, because imagine getting that look from her in person. Phylicia Rashad can give a stare like you would not believe through the TV. Even imagine in person. That's a whole different thing.
Let me call out a comment because earlier in the comments, Alicia said Phylicia Rashad as a villain, Empire and Gilded Age, always messes with me because of how she was as Claire Huxtable. It's so hard to like see some characters as something else. And her, like I said that earlier this season, I was like, it is so hard for me to like get her out of my mind as Claire Huxtable, and her being an asshole of this magnitude. It's like it blows my mind every episode.
I'm actually glad to hear other people say that too, because I also have a hard time. I'm like, when did she become a villainous character? Like, when did that happen?
But she does it so well that it's like, oh crap! It's like you're just an amazing actress overall. Like, good Lord,
it is so subtle but so powerful. Like, it is so quiet but so scary. It's just really, 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 really good.
Can you imagine though, like what people were saying that day on set? Like, you have Audra McDonald and you have Phylicia Rashad in one scene together, and it's this kind of scene. Like, that, what a like to be on set that day. Like, I mean, I know they've got stories on end. Like, shit.
I am dying to know how much money the Russells gave Dr. Kirkland for saving his life.
Me too, because he was scared to accept it. He's like, wait a minute now.
Like, how much is it? I'm like, was it 300,000?
Right.
I need to know how often that sort of money is just getting sent out to people. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. I need to understand it right now. But this is the scene. Oh, this is the scene. So Dr. Kirkland, he's like, I'm not going to the ball. And Mrs. Kirkland goes, don't let that woman ruin it for you. And that was too far. That woman, and Papa steps in. And you could tell he's been waiting to ball her ass out. He goes, woman, you are not above reproach. Woman. Oh, that woman got me. He said, woman. Oh,
Pete, they're using my favorite words this season too. I told you, like, a house of ill repute. I love that phrase. But him saying you are not above reproach. I'm like, ooh, okay, we're serious right now. Okay, put my serious hat on.
His line: you have made calamity and heartbreak, and this is not the first time. This stops now.
Ooh.
He makes her get in that carriage all by herself. He's like, yeah, you go alone. You will go alone to the ball. All right. I love that it's a big deal. Like, if it's a big question mark, like, will Mrs. Astor come to the ball? And when everyone's arriving. So when she does show up, it's like, yes. Like, even Church, because Church is announcing all the guests. He's like, Mrs. Astor. She's here. Mrs. Astor's here, bitch. Yes. And she gets a chance to redeem herself and tell her daughter, you are not an embarrassment. And I was an asshole. And now let's work on your divorce, because it sounds like your husband has been cheating on you on his yacht for years.
Ooh, let's how about that?
So Mrs. Astor, get out if you want. It's time. Yeah, for real. But Peggy gets her entire Disney princess moment. I really like it. This was such a beautiful thing to see, because we really don't get this sort of imagery of Black people in these Gilded Age costumes. And they looked so stunning in the ball, dancing around. It was like, this is a Disney princess moment in every way. Dr. Kirkland even goes and talks to Peggy's father beforehand, does it the proper way. And so then we get to see Dorothy and him looking on, just like so excited. And he twirls her around and comes out and dances with her and proposes right there in the middle of it. Oh, it was so good.
This was like literally the fairy tale like dream for her. I did love that her dad was still like, I don't like your mama. Like, I don't want to deal with her for the rest of my damn life. So.
And that's fair. Okay?
Right.
That's fair. Honestly.
Right.
Okay. They make sure to get a very close-up shot of what George is drinking on. And it is laudanum. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. This is a type of medication that's basically like opium, is what it says online. So a lot of people caught it and were like, is this them hinting to something that we're going to be dealing with.
Got to.
You know, why else would you have that close-up shot? But Larry comes in, and it's like, it's weird because George gives Larry's like advice, you know, like, don't let communication be the issue or whatever he says. And I'm just like, okay, so you're giving advice on like how to stay in love. But then the conversation Larry has with Marion is so upsetting and annoying to me. He's like, she goes, she says, what do we do? And he goes, well, one thing's for certain. We can't solve all our problems tonight. I'm like, that doesn't help. What about this one problem? Like,
you're right
now. And then he's like, how can I be sure this won't happen again in the future or something? I'm like, excuse you.
You cannot lie, motherfucker. It's your fault to begin with. What do you mean?
And so Larry has been kind of written this whole season to be a little like he's not the most reliable, the best or whatever.
A whiny little bitch. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah. Like remember with the clock and with Jack, and he was like, I'll be the one to lead the thing. And he's like, are you sure you don't really know about this? Whatever. So I feel like they've been kind of writing Larry to suck, and maybe I just didn't notice it. But like this moment, I was just like, you little fucking brat. I don't need to hear from you ever again, dude.
Nope.
Rude.
Nope.
But okay, then the next day in the morning, George didn't need to be this rude. He didn't need to be this rude to her. He's like, sorry if I gave you the wrong impression. I'm like, what? No. This isn't like a situationship that you're like with no labels. What are you talking about?
Right. Like, we're married.
We're married. Okay. And he's like, I just came here to save the business. I'm like, okay. So you are not going to go socialize and visit with your daughter and the Duke because they're here. They seem happy. Did you even talk to them at the party?
Right.
And did you see that she's good? But no, he didn't even buy. He's like, I'm leaving. Him and Larry take off. I'm like, your daughter is here. She came all the way from England. You're not going to chat with her?
Right.
He's like, I'm leaving. I need Bertha to know I'm mad at her. I'm like, excuse me. You could have solved all this yourself. Go talk to Gladys. She'll tell you she's pregnant and you'll be like, oh, okay. So I just felt like this twist here at the end just didn't make sense to me. George, who loves family so much, would be like, I'm here for Gladys.
Right.
You know,
like, let's make the most of their time here. I can't wait to see my daughter. I feel like I failed her, so I need to be here for her whenever she's here.
And wouldn't he be so happy to see that she's happy?
Right.
So I feel like that was where Julian Fellows just kind of was like, let's get real messy.
Yeah.
Because that would it just didn't track character-wise. Like, he would at least want to chill with his daughter.
Right.
You know, like they'd have breakfast. But instead, he leaves right away. And and then enter Gladys. Where's Dad? I have great news to tell him. I'm pregnant. Well, he's riding off.
Maybe that opium's got a hold of his brain already.
That's what people are putting together. Like that's what they were trying to. That's what they're trying to put together. Like that has been the reason that they showed that. Like that close-up shot. You know, was like, okay, you're telling us something. So then maybe this behavior is like him. He's on drugs.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. I know. But
before we end the episode,
that's a very heavy twist. Like if we're gonna pick up next season and he's like a full-on opium addict, I'll be like, all right.
Right. Like, hold on.
Because I really like I know they are fictional people, but they made me believe in love.
No, I know.
They made me believe in love.
Wait, let me call out a comment because I didn't clock this. But because I was so like wrapped up in the fairy tale, Nicole Bennett said we didn't see Peggy say yes, which freaked me out.
Oh, that did freak me out for a second too. No, that did because she was like, it was like silence, and it was like, are we gonna? And then they just cut away.
I just assumed it was a yes because it was so like magical and fairy tale. But what if we come back next season? She's like, yeah, I didn't want to deal with this mammy.
What if we come back and she's like, oh, I said no, your mom is a cunt.
Right, exactly. Like, fuck you, your mama.
Fuck your mom. Like, you need to go get rid of her and then maybe we can talk. Imagine. Imagine. Ooh. That would not be what we want, damn it. No, we need to see more interactions between we need as much of these characters interacting as possible, just because that can't be the last scene the two of them have. They cannot be her reading her down. No, we need to see more. We need to see more.
Also, I'm glad that one of the things that like I wasn't worried about it. Okay, I won't say worried, but One of the things I didn't want necessarily for Peggy's storyline was to be like, oh, whatever man I wind up with, whether like, like her to wind up with someone that's like, what do they call him now? They call him the future promise guy. Like, oh, he's gonna be the potential. That's what it is, the potential man. Like, oh, he's gonna be great in the future. Oh, he's gonna be this. He could be that. He can be, because I feel like that's always a story we tell young women, especially like, oh, always married for the potential. He might be this. He might be that. And it's like, will he though? And so that's all. I love that she's gotten this guy she's fallen in love with, who just got this big sum of money, who is already a doctor, who went to this nice HBCU and all this kind of stuff. It's not just the potential now. Now it's someone that's actually like, I am this person. I love you. You're deserving of all of this. Nothing wrong with falling in love with the man with potential, but I feel like we see that every show. Like, can we have the person that, like,
it's established? Let's give. That's been a really kind of cool thing about this season. Is when you watch the way like the lives shift from like class to kind of class to class, like with Jack, how he was a servant and then he sells the clock and now he's on. So like seeing that transition, I agree. I'm glad we're not going to deal with someone like. Well, especially not that newspaper guy, Mr. Fortune. He was so toxic.
I know.
He was so toxic. Great example of just toxic man.
Kat said a work in progress. Yes, that's exactly what work in progress guy.
Yeah. Mario, put the opium storyline in the past like the temperance storyline.
Yeah, exactly. Don't need that. No.
Agreed. I really hope they don't make Ada have some stupid storyline again.
No,
like that was so annoying. Like,
let's see her be the Agnes in town now, like actually like living this rich woman life that we expect her to, because it'll still be different because it's not her character we're used to seeing in that role. So let's see her navigate it. Let's actually see that come to life. Let's
see her like pushing for the women to get a right to vote and all that kind of stuff. And I know that in their lifetime they probably won't see it because the women don't get a right to vote until way later. But it's also just, it's crazy to see this time period. There was a bunch of panels and I think I sent you one of them, and people pulled a clip of what Christine Baranski said about how oddly appropriate it is for this time we're currently in America, because it is kind of like a gilded age where all these billionaires control everything and determine the movement of the country. And which is what's been weird about watching this. It's like, I don't even know if they knew it would be this time.
I think me and you talked about that recently on the episode too. It's like it all feels so timely, like all the time. I don't know, it's creepy, but it's also like shit.
What's funny is like, okay, you watch Law and Orders.
Oh yes.
Excuse me. And so Law and Orders will like take things right from the headline.
Right from the headline.
And like it's basically like you're like, this is the same exact story, but they just like reused it. Sometimes it almost feels like they've done that on Gilded Age, but it's like they couldn't have been that timely about it because it takes forever to put the show out. It's just like was just what happened, and it happened to be very pertinent to now.
And you know what? That's so funny because I had a conversation with I think I was talking to Donnie, and I was because I had started like watching they put out 4 episodes a Wednesday, which also I normally hate that, but I'm kind of glad because I've been so damn busy. I think I'm still like on episode 3, so I'll go back and finish those some more. But in the first episode, she was coming back to school, and there was that joke about I still had a whole nother like daunting task to do before I like go back to school or whatever. And it was her going to Newark Airport. And I was like, I wonder, but she didn't say going to Newark Airport.
What show is this?
Wednesday, Wednesday Addams.
I missed. I thought you were saying on Wednesday.
Oh no, yeah, on Wednesday the show. But that was one of the things because like in the on the speaker, it took like this show like 3 years to come back. And, the first season was like 2022, 2023, somewhere like that. So it took like 2 or 3 years for it to come back. But they had put in that line with like, I have this one daunting thing to do before I go back to school. And on the overhead speaker, it was like, welcome to Newark Airport. And I texted him, I was like, that's so funny. I wonder if there was like a post like production thing where like, because all this stuff was going on at Newark Airport, I wonder if they added that in. And he was like, I don't know. It took them so long to like finally like make the show that I'm wondering if they even like thought about that afterwards. So I was like, I think about that kind of stuff all the time. I'm like, that'd be super timely if they went back and posted and added that line in about what airport she was at, or if that's just the airport she would normally go to and it's just all like happenstance. I don't know.
I would believe that they would be able to go in, especially if it's an audio, like a
it was just thing. The audio. That's what I was like, I feel like that's easy to add in. So
yeah, let's go and change the audio real quick. That's totally doable.
Yep.
All right. Well, Gilded Age, you will be missed.
Oh,
terribly.
No more Sunday shows.
I know. It's very sad, actually.
I'm a Big Brother person though, so I'm watching Big Brother. So I'll watch that tonight. But
what am I watching right now? Oh, that's right. I just finished watching The Wire. I already talked about that.
Yeah.
But I know the Valley's over. So I'm actually kind of relieved by that.
I said that needed to be over.
That needed to be over. But we'll still have shit to talk about next week. So
hot topics are always hot.
Hot topics are always hot. There we go. All right. Thank you guys so much for the chat. Love you. See you next week. Bye. Thanks for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show.
And make sure you're subscribed to and following the I Cannot with Kendrick Tucker podcast and with Kendrick Tucker on Instagram and Threads.
She's Speaking with Emily Hanks is available everywhere you get your podcasts, on YouTube, and also exclusive bonus content is available on the Patreon. If you want to support our shows, please rate and review on whatever platform you listen, or you can buy us a coffee. Links for everything will be in the description.
Love you all. See you next Sunday.